Hey everyone, welcome back. The build is still slowly going on. I'm actually selling the project. If anybody is interested, send me a message. But I've had a few people ask if I could make it a rolling chassis and then they would be interested. So until somebody comes up and says, hey, I'm interested, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna continue building it until it's a rolling chassis and then I'll put it away. So anyway, on to the build. So this weekend I spent my time installing a few pieces. Let me zoom in here a little. So what I have is I have on both sides, I have the OEM brackets that go from the bottom chassis up to the firewall, and it does bolt in place. The nice thing about it is it also includes the hinges for the hood, which I don't have, but you can see them on both sides. I have the I have the shocks for this one, I believe. I also have a factory cross member. Zoom back out here. So this is a nice factory cross member. It's super light. All these pieces here are aluminum. And they'll bolt in. I'll have a bolt here. There'll be a bolt in there and in there. And then once somebody puts an engine in here, they would make a brace that goes from here, goes across here and across here. On the original car, it houses the two shocks that would go in there. If I put them in, they would just be fake here. So what I've been doing, it's gonna be really hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in some more. So you got the black piece here, which is the factory, the bar that goes up. I'm not even sure what they call that, support bar or whatever. And then behind that, you can barely see it coming around here, is a thin piece of aluminum. And that just kind of gives it the space between the actual frame and the aluminum. So this isn't using the fiberglass at all. Might be able to see, maybe not. On this side, I don't have you can see here, there's some clearance right there going around. That's because I haven't made, I ran out of aluminum, so I gotta get some more. But I haven't made the bracket that goes from here. And anyway, behind that is a welded bracket to the frame. So now this is actually all steel frame supported. So the supports go right from the chassis back down to the chassis. And then these are all, like I said, bolted in. They're tightened up right now. So I spent some time getting these set up, getting them lined up, attaching that. So one thing I still have left to do is right in between here, it'll be a small piece of aluminum, same thickness as this, which will pass through the body, and then behind that it'll weld onto this bar on both sides, a bracket, so that way you'll have the X frame will all be on bracketry, not using the fiberglass at all. My garage is just getting smaller and smaller as I get more and more stuff in here. So once I get done with the back, those other pieces should take me probably about a couple hours to make. So once I'm done here, what I plan on doing is making some metal brackets that will go behind these pieces, just to thicken that up some. It'll look exactly the same. And then when I put the rivet nuts through them, it'll actually be going through both pieces of metal versus just the one, because it's only 83 thick steel there. And then with that, I'll actually make the lower, which I have to move all these boxes. I'll make the lower brackets, and then I'll be able to put the front suspension on. Let's see, what else? Oh, zoom out again. So you can see here, I have a set of, these are actually Corvette frame cutaways. And what I'll do is I'll mount those onto my, my engine cradles that I have. And from there, I'll be able to make a bracket that'll come off of here. So it'll actually bolt onto these two bolts here, come down, and then catch the cradle so I can make all the bracketry and get all the geometries in the right order. So that'll all tie in. I got the back ones too. There's the back ones over there, and then I'll be able to put the back ones on, get those in place, and get the rear suspension on that. For the rear, I think there's another spindle. Excuse me, not a spindle. I think there's another wheel bearing that I can buy. It's for the S10. That'll change the bolt pattern to the 120 millimeter from the 4.75. The front, my plan is to re-drill those for the 112, and then I have to cut down the hub so that way it'll fit into the OEM rims and tires. I might include a rack, steering rack. It's a Corvette steering rack. Once I get the suspension in the front, I might run the rack. We'll see how time goes and whatnot. Included with the sale will be some sheets right there. I got a 4x10 and a 4x8 sheet of 62 thick metal, which will be for the back firewall here, for the floors, for the firewall up front, for the two rocker sides, and it's just the coverings. It's all the metal to make the interior enclosed. I think I had mentioned before, this bar and this bar I just tack welded in place because I don't know where the seats are going. Ideally, you'd want the bolts going right through this metal. So for now, I'll leave it like that unless somebody says, hey, I want this welded up at this dimensions, whatever. We'll figure that out. But then, yeah, we'll have the floor in here, the console, all that will be covered in. Trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm selling it because I decided I want to restore a car. I have an old 69 Cutlass convertible that I've been collecting parts for, and that's what you're seeing all over the place. Some wiring and a trunk and a couple doors over there, my frame, convertible frame. So that's gonna be the next project I go on. I'll probably do videos on it, we'll see. But yeah, if you're interested, let me know. Send me a message. I'll put a link to the Lambo Clone forum, which will have a way to contact me there, or I think you can do it right through YouTube. I'm not even sure. But that's the plan for right now, and I think that's it. So anyway, I'll keep everybody informed what I'm doing, and I'll do a few more videos as I progress with the front suspension and whatnot. And if somebody decides that they want it, then I'll let you know. So until then, thank you for following, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.